So, any more questions?
What about the Pharisees in the Bible? They had about like their father figure, how they had like a parasocial relationship with their father figure, and Jesus Christ was kind of like.
Here's the thing.
They kind of like.
Here's the thing. I don't know the personal life of the Pharisees, but they show a strong sense of corruption and a lack of morality, and that was more of a cultural thing. I don't think that was a purely developmental thing that a paternal figure gives you. Developmentally, I'm not sure about the Pharisees because I'm not sure how they were raised, if they had a father or not, but whether they did or not, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, since corruption can only happen when there's no moral guidance or lack of discipline.
Don't they kind of like take it out on like Jesus, kind of like?
Yeah, that's corruption.
Kind of like the father they never had. But like he kind of like
wrong. They were,
but like he kind of like puts them in their place, like he's their dad. Like it's like a parasocial relationship.
Yeah,
you know? Like he kind of puts them in their place.
In a way, Jesus tried to discipline them.
Just reflected too.
But because once you get past that developmental stage of a young mind, they didn't learn much from it. In a way, the saying old dogs can't learn new tricks, it's true. Even though Jesus whooped their ass and put them in their place, I mean, who knows how long they were still corrupt after that.
But like, does that mean the disciples still had neuroplasticity? Like their brains were so young and their brains were still in development.
Well, no. The brain will actually physically develop, but the brain is incredibly complicated. And so, materially, it did develop correctly. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know how their diet was or how they were raised.
Excuse me. What the fuck is going on right now?
In a mental sense.
Is this conversation that I've been asking for the past 10 minutes?
What do you want, the baby? Do you have a question for me?
What are you guys talking about?
He's giving a talk on.
Is this like a TF2 politics Bible study? What am I listening to?
Well, ask me. Well, maybe if you listen.
Doing a Q&A
session. Spicy Cheeto 2006.
I've been listening for the past 5 minutes, but I can't make out a damn word because you changed topics like 3 times.
He just gave his talk.
Well, we're talking about. Well, here's the thing. I'm Hot Cheeto. Okay, I'm Derek. I have a degree in psychology and some history. Okay. Well, actually, I didn't finish that degree.
Okay, that's pretty cool,
still.
actually.
Yeah, it only took me like 8 years, but still.
Well,
I'm talking about history.
Alright.
And so I'm taking questions from Psykid 4000, and I'm going to tell you what, he seems like an educated guy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were having an argument.
No.
No, I was just asking him questions.
No, we're exchanging notes.
Oh, okay.
So do you have a question for me?
Not at all.
So addictive.
I am way too sick and tired to fucking come up with any question. Sick and tired isn't like literally sick and tired.
I still don't know what's going on.
I'm sick and tired of this nation's bullshit. So I relate.
I feel like we all are to some degree.
This is so good.
So, any more questions?
Yeah.
If I have no more questions, I'll cover the topic of homosexuality.
I have a question.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
So, like, what about, like, the blacks? Like, what about them?
There's a controversial test that people do called the IQ test, right? And while some people will say, oh, well, look at all the countries of, like, Africa, they're all like 80 IQ. Yeah, you would have a point, but here's the thing. That's not all genetic. Developmentally, right, without the right nutrients and without the proper, like, neural development, right? You know, let's just say you finish your entire life, you never even learned your shapes or colors,
Doctor,
right?
before you finish that, doctor.
Your IQ will...
Doctor, before you finish that, I need to correct you.
Well, I'm going to...
listen, doctor, I'm sorry, excuse me. How's that explain then? How's it explain it being the same number in America then?
Well, here's the thing, it isn't. It's 85 in America. Here we get the right nutrients, right? And so it's 85.
I thought it was lower than 80 though. I thought it was lower than 80.
No, it's 85.
What have you scored to?
How much of it is cultural? Right? There was something called the Washington experiment, right? And basically what they did is they took people who were adopted, blacks who were adopted into white families, and their IQ turned out to be around 90. So while they're genetically for sure behind, it's not all. And here's the thing. There's always going to be statistical outliers.
Okay.
What?
I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
People have no idea what IQ is.
I still have no idea. Oh, intelligence quotient, right?
Here's the thing. People have no idea what IQ is, okay? I have an IQ of 80, and I went through 8 years. of college. And, you know, I'm not worried about it. At the end of the day, what matters is industriousness and what is, what you follow. Take, for example, everyone says that blacks have really bad crime, but that's not the case. Well, it is, but if you take a look in Ethiopia, where they have a deeply Christian culture, it's a different story. They have some of the lowest crime in the world. You know, I have hope for everyone. I do.
Oh, okay, we're done.
And I hope that by people can acknowledge the genetic differences of people, that we can achieve true unity. Here's my problem. I don't want to get too political, but I have a huge problem with people praising people just because of their race. And this happens all the time in America.
How so, like with BLM?
So like George, I have a question.
That too. For sure. I mean, you see this Christ-like imagery that people create of George Floyd, and I think...
I think creating a Christ-like image of anybody is completely idiotic.
I have a question about
except
George
for
Floyd.
Jesus himself.
That's true. Or any other deity you believe in.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
So, like, do you think that, like, the George Floyd stuff is, like, showing people's parasocial relationship with, like, not having a father? Like, he's kind of, like, filling in that role as, like, they're kind of, like, their Jesus, like, kind of father. And, like...
Well, here's the thing. Absolutely. But I think it goes even deeper than that, right? Here's the thing. When you get into politics, as far as these people do, and as emotionally, you know, dedicated to it, you know, it really tells you about what's going on in their life and what they have a drive to do. They're into politics because they have the time to get into politics. They have no other interests.
Damn it.
They never did sports. They never got a good skill. They're
By the way,
just
medic, thanks for
constantly
being
going
up
to
my ass
riots
24/7.
and protests. They have no other good skill. So while you could point to a fatherless child as being the root cause of it, that's not the only thing. And I think it goes a lot deeper. These people need to do something with their lives in, like, the least, like, you have no life kind of way, even though they sometimes don't have a life.
Take that out of context and you are fucking gone from the face of the earth.
Why? Because people are scared of truth. Once again.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
So, like, do you think, you know, like, Jordan Peterson?
Yeah, what about him?
You think, like, people have a parasocial relationship with him because they have no father figure? So they're just obsessed
Absolutely. Absolutely. They strive to be him. That is what a father figure should do. He should be guiding you, he should be disciplining you, and he should be such a hero that you want to be like him. And so a lot of people, a lot of young men have this image of him that they want to be like him. And so absolutely, I think that psychologically, developmentally, sorry. All right, if there's no more questions, let's play some Team Fortress 2. Yeah, well, you know, I have my notes right here, you know. You hear?
Notes from the finals.
Yeah, no. Like, just notes that I've collected over time. I have them all in this great giant binder.
So essentially it's kind of just like a phone notepad, except real. I say real like notepads
I mean, I don't even have a phone, so...
Oh, damn.
Like, I have a flip phone.
That's probably smart.
Ironically, from 2006, actually. But that wasn't meant to fit with my username. It's stupid. They have, like, this X8 SIM card, right? And so I had to go to a literal Radio Shack in 2018 when it was still around. And it wasn't even working, but I got it working after a bit. I forgot what I did.
Nice.
Yeah, nice indeed. It took a while.